girl. I'm a nice guy. Liquor in my cup, I gotta really toughen up. Yeah, nurse strap.
Hello guys, Manlykefresh here with my latest prediction video, which is going to be focused on WWE's second biggest pay-per-view of the year, Summerslam, which takes place tomorrow night on the WWE Network or box office, depending on how you plan on watching it. There's going to be a lot of great matches on this card, which I would like to cover. We've got 2 Women's Championship matches, we have 2 World Heavyweight Championship matches, the Cruiserweight Championships on the line, the United States Championships on the line, and we have 2 returning legends who are going to face Dolph Ziggler and Charlotte Flair. And we also have the debut of WWE's hottest new character, which I'd like to say is well received by myself and the rest of the WWE universe in Bray Wyatt, who's going to be debuting the Fiend gimmick against Finn Balor. But apart from the actual matches on the pay-per-view, there is something I actually want to talk about before I actually go into the pay-per-view, and it is the who attacked Roman scenario, and who I think personally could be Roman Reigns' attacker. So without any further ado, let's go into my predictions and let's talk about who I think Roman Reigns' attacker could possibly end up being somewhere down the line, and who may be revealed at this pay-per-view this Sunday. So as you're aware, over the last 2 weeks, Roman Reigns has been attacked twice. Once behind the backstage, and another time this past Monday with a car that literally almost ran him out. So here are 5 people who I possibly think could be Roman Reigns' attacker. Right, my first pick is The Undertaker. So though it's very unlikely, as this is not The Undertaker's style, what if the WWE have decided to turn Undertaker heel? And the best way to get him to turn heel is to him to take out the person who made him suffer his second WrestleMania loss. The story could be The Undertaker is very salty about losing another match to another person who didn't deem worthy, as he lost to Brock Lesnar, and now he's lost to Roman Reigns. So maybe this is the way for them to get Undertaker and Roman Reigns to face again somewhere down the line in the ring, possibly a Survivor Series. So yeah, Undertaker my first choice. And number 2 could be Drew McIntyre. Though at the moment Drew McIntyre is feuding with Cedric Alexander, what about if behind the scenes he's secretly still doing Shane McMahon's bidding in trying to destroy Roman Reigns? Even though Drew McIntyre himself has got his own personal beef with Roman for derailing any momentum he had going forward in the main event, Drew McIntyre could be salty about this and could be looking to take out the big dog. And this could be another way for WWE to try and reignite the feud that Roman's been having for the last how many months with Drew McIntyre. So yeah, Drew McIntyre number 2. And my third choice is the Usos. What about if Roman's cousins, storyline-wise, are jealous of Roman's success and are not happy with the fact that they always back Roman, but Roman doesn't really back them? They could be really upset by this. In reality, I think the storyline probably would be that this would be WWE's way of punishing the Usos for how many DUIs they've been involved with. So they could be turning the Usos heel to try and take out Roman, but then obviously they get squashed by Roman. So yeah, Usos to be one of the people who possibly attacked Roman Reigns. And the fourth and obviously blatant choice will probably be Daniel Bryan, as this past week on Smackdown, when Roman Reigns beat the living hell out of Buddy Murphy revealed that it was Eric Rowan he saw on the back. So it's quite obvious that Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are going to be feuding. And obviously Daniel Bryan, being the person that he is, Daniel Bryan is probably going to own up and say, yes, I got Rowan to try and attack you and to take you out. And obviously I think this Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns feud could possibly go on for a while if it is Daniel Bryan that is revealed to be the attacker. But what if Daniel Bryan wasn't the actual main attacker? What about if he was doing someone else's bidding? So what about if Daniel Bryan was actually secretly doing the bidding for who I believe it could be my fifth choice. Well, before you guys start jumping down my neck and go, man like Fresh, The Rock, hello, The Rock is retired. I want you guys just to think of this. Think of this as a storyline. So imagine, The Rock has now stated that he's retired. What about if this retirement speech was all a hoax? What about if it was just a cover-up for a master plan that The Rock had? Now, I can't see The Rock leaving WWE without having one last match. So what about if the storyline is that The Rock hired either the Usos or Daniel Bryan or Drew McIntyre or someone to take out Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns starts feuding with that person, and then later on, maybe around the Royal Rumble or the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, The Rock is revealed as the person who actually did attack Roman Reigns. What about if the storyline was that The Rock got a bit angry and a bit jealous of the fact that Roman's star power started to increase after he added him to the movie, the latest Fast and Furious movie, and The Rock is a bit salty, thinking that, well, out of everyone in our family, I'm the only star and I don't want you to shine bright. So how about if this leads to a Roman Reigns and The Rock match at this coming WrestleMania? That would be fantastic. So my fifth choice is The Rock. Right, now I've got my who I think attacked Roman scenario out of the way. Let's now focus on the pay-per-view and start talking about all of the predicted matches that are going to happen and what my predicted results would possibly be for each match. The first match I would like to cover is the Cruiserweight Championship, which will probably be defended on the pre-show, as it always is. Lorcan will be taking on the Cruiserweight Champion, Drew Gulak. Lorcan won a 6-pack challenge this past Tuesday on 205 Live to challenge Drew Gulak for the Cruiserweight Championship. Lorcan turned away the likes of Tony Nese and Akira Tozawa to become the #1 contender. Drew Gulak has been a great defending champion, and just like usual, I feel like Drew Gulak is going to retain his championship and move on to another opponent somewhere down the line. So Drew Gulak to retain his Cruiserweight Championship. We now have the Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon stipulation match, which will be if Kevin Owens loses, he quits WWE. I'm kind of happy how WWE and Eric Bischoff have been pushing Kevin Owens as a face. Not that Kevin Owens wasn't good as a heel, because Kevin Owens is fantastic in both roles. However, I feel like this match could possibly be the match that finally gets Shane McMahon off the TV forever. So hopefully Kevin Owens will have a powerbomb or stone cold stunner Shane McMahon's ass out of the ring, beat him with a 1-2-3, and finally let him move on to a proper match, and finally let Shane's role be taken off TV and his role be used for some TV time that someone else needs. So Shane McMahon to lose, Kevin Owens to win. Right, our first of 3 women's matches will be Smackdown Women's Champion Bayley defending against Ember Moon. Finally, Ember Moon is finally getting some TV time and finally getting a title match. Ember Moon and Bayley's rivalry so far hasn't really been that great. There's not been that much of a heated fight between the two, but however, Bayley is getting a great contender in Ember Moon, and Ember Moon is getting a great contender in Bayley. However, I feel like Bayley's reign as women's champion is not over. This could lead to an Ember Moon heel turn at SummerSlam, but I do believe Ember Moon will lose this match and Bayley will retain her SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Now we come to our first of 2 Legends matches. So the first one is Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. This whole, I wouldn't even call this a rivalry, but this whole match come about when Dolph Ziggler attacked Shawn Michaels a couple of weeks ago and started berating majority of the old WWE legends, including Goldberg. Was mocking Goldberg for his match that he had with The Undertaker at Saudi Arabia. I think it was at Crown Jewel where that match took place, or was it Super Showdown? Sorry, Super Showdown. Initially it was supposed to be The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, because Dolph Ziggler was initially one of the people who was there when Shawn Michaels was attacked and was not happy with how Dolph Ziggler was carrying himself. But this is obviously, this past Monday, Goldberg turned up and challenged Dolph Ziggler to a match. We all know how this match is going to go down. Dolph Ziggler is going to come to the ring. Goldberg is going to come to the ring. Goldberg is possibly going to try to run at Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler hits him with a super kick, gets knocked out for a couple of seconds. Dolph Ziggler goes for the pin. Goldberg kicks out. Goldberg gets up like the indestructible force that WWE are trying to portray him to be, even though the man's in his 50s. And he spears and jackhammers Dolph Ziggler for a quick win. So Dolph Ziggler gets squashed. We all know that's going to happen. Dolph Ziggler is going to get squashed by Bill Goldberg. And this is the match I am looking forward to the most on the card. We finally get Bray Wyatt's latest gimmick, and he's debuting it this Sunday, or tomorrow should I say, at SummerSlam against Finn Balor. I don't know if Finn Balor is going to come as the Demon King, but that would be fantastic. The Demon King will take on the Fiend. But I don't know if a lot of people remember, this match was supposed to happen this time last year at SummerSlam, where the original Eater of World Bray Wyatt was supposed to take on Finn Balor, but due to an injury, I believe, or an illness Bray Wyatt had at the time, he was taken out of the match and was given, and his spot was given to Constable Baron Corbin, who I'm so happy he's not on this pay-per-view, by the way. So I've actually been impressed with the way WWE has slowly built up Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt's had the vignettes with the Funhouse over the last couple of months. We've seen this funny and loving side of Bray Wyatt, but then later on we've started to notice he's this maniacal, sadistic freak who has got this evil persona inside him. And it's going to be so good to see him finally debut in a match, because obviously we've only seen him attack the likes of Finn Balor, which led to this match. He attacked Mick Foley with the Mandible Claw, which he seems to have adopted as his own finishing move now. And he also attacked Kurt Angle this past Monday on Raw. So I do believe that Finn Balor will lose this match, because it doesn't make sense for WWE to build up such a fantastic character in Bray Wyatt for him to lose against Finn Balor. So unfortunately for Finn Balor fans, I feel like Finn Balor will lose this match to Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt's Fiend character will win this match, whether it will be with Sister Abigail or the Mandible Claw. So Bray Wyatt to win. And our second of 3 women's matches will be the next championship, the Raw Women's Championship, where the man, Becky Lynch, will be defending against Toronto, Canada's own Natalya. So Natalya will be challenging for the Women's Championship in her home country of Canada. I think unlike Bayley and Ember Moon, the dynamics between Natalya and Lynch over the last couple of weeks have been fantastic. They have built the rivalry up really well. It's quite funny how Becky Lynch, who actually made this personal, is actually now still the face, and Natalya is actually now taken on the heel role. However, I do believe there are going to be a couple of elements in this match that are going to take place. It's well documented by other YouTubers and other wrestling fans and whatnot that Ronda Rousey is due to make a return at SummerSlam. Whether it's going to happen, only time will tell. Now, irrespective of whether Ronda Rousey comes in or not, I do believe that Becky Lynch's reign as a women's champion is going to come to an end. I feel like Natalya is going to get one last push, as Natalya is, I believe, due to retire next year, by what I heard from a reliable source. So I feel like WWE is going to give her this one last run as women's champion. Whether it's going to be a long run, I don't know. But I feel like Becky Lynch, they're going to try and make this a Stone Cold and Bret Hart type of feud, with the man being the rebel taking on Canada's greatest female wrestler at the moment in WWE. And I feel like they're going to allow Natalya to have her reign in the sun by having her win the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam. So Ronda Rousey, whether she comes in or not, is not going to matter. Natalya is still going to win the championship. That is my prediction. And we have another match I'm looking forward to see. AJ Styles defending his United States Championship against #1 contender Ricochet. I remember a couple of months ago I said that I wasn't happy to have Ricochet win the United States Championship because I was worried that might lead to him being squashed by the biggest stars, but I was completely wrong. I don't know whether this is Paul Heyman's influence or not on the Raw brand, but the AJ Styles and Ricochet rivalry, it works. And the fact that they've had such great matches and the title's gone back and forth between the two of them, I feel like it doesn't matter whether Ricochet or AJ Styles wins or loses, both of them were going to put on a fantastic show. And with the fact that Gallows and Anderson just currently won the tag team championships, and AJ Styles is a current United States champion, I feel like that momentum is still going to keep on. So Ricochet will not win the championship, and AJ Styles will retain his United States championship. But I do believe this rivalry will continue. So AJ Styles to win. And the next match I'm going to focus on is the WWE Championship, which will be defending champion Kofi Kingston taking on Randy Orton. This match has been 11 years in the making, as we obviously know the storyline between these two is back in 2009, when Kofi Kingston was due to get a major push, Randy Orton legitimately used his stroke, his backstage politics to hold Kofi Kingston down. And the rivalry, the storyline basically is that the only reason why Kofi Kingston is WWE Champion is because Randy Orton took out Ali around the Elimination Chamber every time, which is true. If not for Ali coming out of that match, Kofi wouldn't have been put inside it. So there are a lot of good points that both parties make. Kofi saying that he deserves to be WWE Champion, and Randy Orton also claiming that Kofi is the only champion because of him. So I believe this match at SummerSlam will decide who legitimately is speaking the truth, and I believe this time around I feel Kofi Kingston is going to prove to Randy Orton that he does deserve to be WWE Champion and will beat Randy Orton with a Trouble in Paradise. Though it won't be an easy match, Kofi Kingston will be put through the works by Randy. Randy will make Kofi suffer in this match. There'll be a lot of near falls, but in the end of the day, Randy Orton will lose to the Trouble in Paradise and Kofi will retain his WWE Championship. And now we have our third women's match and our second Legends match, where legendary Hall of Famer Trish Stratus returns in her home country of Canada to take on the Queen Charlotte Flair. Now, this has been stated that Trish has said this is going to be her very, very last match. And I know this will be a very good match. Trish Stratus, one of the best female wrestlers of all time in WWE, and Charlotte, who is possibly one of the greatest in their own right. I don't think lightning, however, will strike twice. I don't think, like I predicted in the Natalya-Becky Lynch match, that Becky Lynch will lose. I don't think Charlotte will lose to Trish. Two reasons why I say Trish will not win this match is because it doesn't make sense for a person who is not a part of full-time wrestler anymore, who has stated it's going to be her last match, should win over someone who is current and has been built to be the future of the WWE, or one of the future wrestlers of WWE, should I say, sorry. So I feel like this could be used as a way of giving Charlotte Flair that extra rub that she needs. So Trish's last match will possibly be a way for Charlotte to be put over even more than she is already, to say that she defeated one of the greats in Trish Stratus, and there's no better way than to beat Trish Stratus in her home country of Toronto, Canada. So I believe that Charlotte Flair tonight will be declared the winner. Trish will get her a moment after Charlotte wins to say bye to all the fans. The fans will give Trish a standing ovation. Trish will leave with her head held up high, knowing that she had a great career. and had a great match with Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte Flair to win this match, and this will be Trish's coup de grace. And we have possibly, which I think will be the main event of SummerSlam, it will be the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion Brock Lesnar defending against the previous champion Seth Rollins. So what I didn't think would happen happened last month at Extreme Rules after Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin lost to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins for winner-take-all WWE and Women's Championship match. Brock Lesnar at the last minute decided to come out, attack Seth Rollins and win the Universal Championship for, is it the third or fourth time? I've lost count how many times Brock Lesnar has held this championship. I think after everything that Brock Lesnar has done to Rollins, there has to be some form of payoff, but I don't see how this is possible. Now, if you look at what Brock Lesnar did to Seth Rollins 2 weeks ago, he came to the ring, F5'd him onto the chair a couple of times. When the EMTs took him away, put him in an ambulance, Brock Lesnar took him out of the ambulance, beat him up again, F5'd him onto the stretcher, which was a very, very vicious assault. And then this past week on Raw, during a promo that Paul Heyman and Lesnar were doing in the ring, Seth Rollins, his beat up self, it looked like at the time he was 50% okay, walked to the ring with a steel chair to come and attack Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar once again decimated Seth Rollins, putting him in a really, really bad state. Even though, credit to Seth Rollins, he managed to walk away and vowed that he would win the win the Universal Championship back. I don't see how it's possible that now he's probably running on 20% capacity. The only way I can see Seth Rollins winning this match is if maybe someone interferes, or if possibly Brock Lesnar happens to be counted out or something. So either way, I don't think Seth Rollins is legitimately going to be able to beat Brock Lesnar, because in real life Brock Lesnar generally is a beast. But in order for this match to come to an end and for Seth Rollins to kind of take a win, it's probably going to have to end on a DQ, or someone's going to have to get involved. Either way, I believe that Seth Rollins will win the match, but he will not win the Universal Championship. Maybe this will lead to another match later on down the line. But yeah, Seth Rollins to win via disqualification, and Brock Lesnar to retain. Though I don't know if that's going to happen, because this is the biggest pay-per-view after WrestleMania. But who knows? It could happen. So I'm just going to go with a whim and say Seth Rollins is going to win the match, but he's not going to retain or win, the champion. So we are now at the end of my prediction video. Other matches that I'm possibly thinking that could be added to the card could be Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura could be defending his title on the pre-show, probably against Ali or someone down that line. Probably Shinsuke will probably win the match and retain his championship. I think maybe the Raw Tag Team Championships could be on the line. The Usos won't be here because they've been banned due to the DUIs they've had. Canada have a very strict policy on people that have a current active felony coming into the country, so it won't be against the Usos, but it'll probably be against someone, maybe against the Revival. The Revival will get a rematch somewhere down the line. But maybe R-Truth will defend his 24/7 championship as well. But yeah, that pay-per-view should be really good and should be full of loads of matches that everyone should enjoy. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this on YouTube, if you'd like to subscribe, like the video and hit the notification bar so you can be notified of any videos that I have coming up in the future, and you can keep an eye on my channel. And if you are watching on Dailymotion, if you'd like to like my video, follow my channel and share the content with all your fellow Dailymotion friends and family. So as for me, YouTube and Dailymotion, it's been fun. See you in the next pay-per-view. Bye.
Bad girl, I'm a nice guy. Liquor in my cup, I gotta really toughen up. Yeah, nurse strap.